And we're live. That's the new intro, by the way.
Help.
Whoa, where'd you go?
Help. Alex.
John, are you down there?
We're tuned in, right? The Go to Bed Show, episode 100 and
132, folks.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait, 33. 133.
133 days until
Trump's back in office, motherfuckers.
That's right. John?
Alex.
Oh, yeah. Intro.
Everyone who doesn't pay for our Patreon. Everyone who doesn't pay for our Patreon. Welcome to the Go to Bed Show. All you people. You know what I mean? Not you, but you and everyone is. Go to Bed Show at 1:33. Starting with a banger. Hell. And we got a new voice effect. We also got our number one sponsor is Bad Touch Supply. They have motocross gloves, driving gloves, flying gloves, pilot gloves, RC car driving gloves. Ask Conway. Anything you want to do, fucking CrossFit gloves, anything. And any other glove company is. Yeah. So go ahead and go get yourself some hats and some shirts and some gloves. We also want to thank Dottie's Gaming and Spirits.
Yeah.
Hey, that's 4 or 5 in a row, dude. It's damn near a tattoo on me. Could be. If you guys cut the check 10K, I'll get Dottie's tattooed on me. Gaming and Spirits. Maybe like, above the knee or something. And then we also want to thank Pete's Gambling Hall. How could we forget? Winnemucca, Nevada. A legendary spot to be and to spend your savings. Also, we want to thank the number two, because Bad Touch is number one, the number 2 most influential sponsor, and that is you guys, the public, you guys, the Democratic Party.
Brought to you by the DNC.
Yeah, Harrison Waltz.
I think we've talked about that before. How much would it take for us to get just exclusively brought to you by the DNC? How much would it be? I think last time you said there's no amount, which is not true at all.
For this to be paid by the DNC, there would have to be a couple of things I would.
What are your terms?
I could say whatever I want, and I have to say this is brought to you by the DNC, who has paid over. It's probably going to be $5 million to both of us. 5 for you, 5 for me, not 2.5 each. Or more, you guys, you can negotiate, but the minimum I want to hear is 5, just from me. And I still get to say whatever I want, but you guys could sponsor the show, and we could put up a, we could put up a Harrison
Put up
Waltz.
a fucking donkey right here.
A donkey.
Yeah,
we could.
Dude, that'd be sick if we got Harris on the show.
No streamers or anything could get on, but
just us.
We would blow up, bro.
Brought to you by the DNC.
And if we just roasted her the whole time.
Even if we didn't.
Turn the AC off and just go. Second story in Summer, Nevada.
Your price, one, you have to have free speech so you can just trash them. And also $5 million is what the deal is.
And publicly stated every episode that this is brought to you by DNC, who has paid us over $5 million and waived any tax on it.
That sounds like a pretty good deal. I mean, I think even for...
Fuck yeah, it does.
I think you would take the $5 million even if you had to just go full Harry Sison and like.
I'm not sure what that means.
He's that kid that's on TikTok that just shills for Biden and the Democrats, the younger kid.
Oh yeah.
I think you'd do that for $5 million.
I couldn't do it.
If you had the free speech deal with it, like why not? You could do it for way less because it'd be funny. If you could do it for 500,000, like legitimately think about how much that is.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing changes. We just have to throw up a donkey for the logo. You have to have Harris on one time, but you can say whatever you want still.
Yeah, I'd be in.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be in. But if I had to be limited, if I was told what to say, it would be 0. Just like Elon Musk.
No amount.
Elon Musk paid $40 billion to say whatever he wants.
Right.
I'm not taking $5 million. I bet I could get $5 million from Elon quicker for turning that down than I could them making it happen.
That'd be smart. You got to negotiate. You get the offer in writing, and then you go shop it with Tucker Carlson Network and Elon Musk fucking Tesla Network.
I'll walk over there. I'll be like, hey, yo, Elon, you want a new hit piece? You want a new hit piece? The shit on the left? Well, get this. They try to buy me for $5 million, but they would limit my first speech. You hear me on that? and he'd be like, hell.
We should just forge that.
Thank you.
Like we could just put together an offer that's from the DNC or campaign for Harris that says that they're going to give you $5 million, but you have to do whatever, and then you can go viral off of a fake.
I was just thinking, should we clip farm right now?
Clip farm?
Yeah.
How so?
What's our editor's name?
Christian.
Christian, not the religion. Here's something for you. Where's my phone? Here's my phone. I'll get this. I go, holy shit, dude. I just got an email from on the go to bed email.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's from Harris campaign.
From Kamala at us.gov.
No, it's the Lose Your Rights campaign.
Yeah.
Which is like, because it's the left. They want to get her on the show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How much are they offering?
They say if you and a buddy, let me read this to you. Hey, Go to Bed show. We really love your show, and we're considering buying your Patreon. Oh, that's nice, huh? Buying your Patreon. We want to have Kamala on the show. We think it would be great for the younger demographic. I'm just reading this from what they sent me. Younger demographic to reach the audience you guys have, especially in Northern Nevada. We love off-roading and quadding, just like you guys do over there. What the fuck?
That's true.
We do.
Nothing we love more than quads.
No. Or Highway 50 bar. So please feel free to reach us. Yeah, at Lose Your Rights. Yeah, Gmail. I'm like, fuck, this is huge. What do you think?
I'm in, dude. I'll do it for free.
Fuck, I'll do it for free too. She's exactly what we need. We need a black person, female, from Cali, in the White House. Fuck the old white guys.
Couldn't agree more, John.
All right, Christian, not like the religion. Cut there.
All right, fucking patreon.com/go to bed podcast. $2 a month. This is enough. $2 a month for full episodes. And you get them as soon as we record. And you can watch live, which we probably have some people watching live right now. But if I change the screen on my computer, it might crash. So
for real?
I don't want to. Well, look how fucking laggy it is.
Whoa.
So you just gotta record and just let it sit there.
Is your computer going? Mine's starting to too.
No, I think it's fine, but I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. It's probably 2019, so it's old now.
Same.
Yeah, need to upgrade. But we got some comments over in the GTBP Plus community
gang
on Patreon. Last week's episode.
What was it titled?
It was Jail for Half a Day.
Okay, that's a good title.
Yeah. Had to listen bait the free listeners,
especially coming from you.
That's right. Yeah. But we did have last week. We did 3 hours last week.
It did. For some reason, sometimes at the end of the shows I'm getting groggy and like my head hurts from just talking on so much. Last week felt like it was fucking hour and a half for some reason. Did you feel like that?
You're just getting too much value.
There was that story.
Oh yeah,
was a good story. I was just intrigued the whole time. I think that's what.
Yeah, the jail for half a day story. That's right. It's right after the paywall.
Such a crazy. I know you guys got to pay $2 and listen to it because it's so crazy. The twists and turns. It's almost like a book.
Yeah, I could write a book. But we had some, but we were just talking about a bunch of good shit, not fucking retarded shit like usual. But that's why we did 3 hours.
Hey, what do you mean?
I mean, usually the shit you say is retarded.
You guys, he's so funny.
He doesn't mean it. Colby Booth said, Colby Booth here, just making a comeback. Been gone for a while, but still kept the subscription going because I'm not a fat bitch.
Where you been? Where you been, Colby? That's hella funny.
And then
just saying hi.
And then he said, and could you go more in depth with the reverse engineering, please? Because we were talking about reverse engineering goals and shit like that.
Yeah.
Matt Robinson, with his last name spelled wrong, said Fiki went behind bars and came out Lil Tip.
Straight
That's
up.
how you know he listened to the very end of the episode on the Patreon.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to that fake ass MLB player, whatever he does.
Tony Juicy said, not once have I heard JP mention self-employment tax when talking about his income. Genuinely curious if this man is paying taxes at all. LOL. 4K a month take home or more like 3,400.
Dude, he lives in California. He should not talk to me about tax.
Right.
Next. No, I don't pay tax.
Duh. Everything's
You
a
do?
write-off.
Fucking dummy.
Yeah.
Can't believe you pay tax.
Just claim 0 on his fucking tax return every year so you don't have to pay.
Exactly.
Didn't make any money again.
Barely scraped by.
Announcer Ian says, the post paywall conversation is worth $25 a month. Make the tier and cut the check.
He probably agrees because the story was crazy.
Well, it's unreal,
What?
you know, with Ian, because a few weeks ago, you know, I was talking shit, and then he said like, oh, if I land this gig with Jones, I'll go to $10 a month or whatever, and it's like contingent, you know, it wasn't enough that we already set it up, and then I dropped fucking gems for fucking 2.5 hours straight, 2 hours 15 minutes because the free episode was only 45 minutes last week.
Wow.
Gems for 2 hours and 15 minutes. And then even that wasn't enough. Mm-hmm. Then he needs in-ear monitors for his announcing gig or whatever. So he puts on his Instagram, like, if anyone has in-ears, like, let me know. So I respond back because I'm a nice guy and I say, hey, I got some if you can't find any that are local to you. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, and he said something. He said, like, if you want to sell them, like, name your price. And so I was like, you can just have them, like, whatever. And so, you know, I fucking am making this guy's career via Instagram. I'm buying him the gear for his career. And I just dropped gems for 2.5 hours past the paywall. And these gems, mind you, how much money I've spent to learn these gems. You know, the coaching that we buy, is in that range. Plus doing business, spent $1 million on marketing to learn all this shit.
$1 million on music.
And he, $150. And he comes here and says that was worth $25. Unfucking believable.
Dude.
$25 that was worth.
Ian. Hell. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Unfucking real.
When you were naming all this shit, like, you're like, I taught him lessons and I bought him gear, and I was gonna say, like, hey, that's how I got started. Come on, Ian, don't move in. You're gonna move in with him.
Yeah, he might never leave when he comes to pick up the in-ears.
Soon you'll be doing a podcast with you. Be your friend forever. That's how I got started, Ian. You're on the right track.
So yeah, I guess we're doing fucking coaching for $25 a month now. Perfect, fucking great value.
Damn, that's fucking $12.50 for me.
yeah, and I gotta split it.
Fuck, that's it. $12.50. I got some lessons in there too. I've probably taught some people some things.
Yeah, no, it was a good episode. T-Crit hit me up and was like, "Hey, I want to fucking start a business. Can I meet with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, for $25." That's my one-on-one consulting price, $25.
Seriously, and you'll have a fucking successful business after that. It's
Dude, I just
cheap.
need 100,000 clients and I'm good. You know,
that's fucking $250,000 a year.
Golf with Ryan Pineda, $10,000 to go get 5 hours of one-on-one.
No way.
Yeah, with me, you just DM me on Instagram and say, "Hey, I'm your client now, and I say, sure, I'll do it for free.
$25.
$25 if you want. Hey, do you need any gear for whatever business you're starting?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Do you have
is
any?
it a $500 set of in-ears?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
exactly
yeah.
what I was looking at.
All right, perfect. I'll just give that to you too.
Name your price.
0.
Cool. Dude,
Yeah.
that's so sick you do that, dude. You're so nice. You should charge people $25.
You need another gig? I'll get you one.
He probably feels bad. He probably
He
feels bad
does
now.
because he hits me up whenever I do this. But I reassured him last time that I was just talking shit. So
Yeah, he's
he
just
knows.
kidding. No, that's good for Ian. I know he hit me up, but I got hit up a lot, and I just didn't get back to him. I didn't even open it.
Fuck
Honestly.
it.
So I'm just let that trickle down. No, I'll see him at the flat track. So
Yeah, there you go.
we'll catch up then. Mustard on the B, yo.
Oh, ketchup, mustard. I get it. That's
know.
fly. So what do you want to fucking talk about? You said you had some good topics.
Oh, yeah.
I know you need to wait for one of them behind the paywall because you're talking about. I think you're talking about conspiracies again. Or
Oh
something,
yeah,
but-
well for sure that's a weekly thing.
Yeah.
Everyone has to listen to. But today I was. So if you guys didn't know, we'll just like you kind of did a little hint on the podcast. Last week I was talking about a new gig I got at Double Edge Fitness. So today I was filming there, and I was filming in between 11 and 12 class. I'm just grabbing some stuff, and this lady walks in, and she's like just waiting for the class. She came earlier, so I'm stretching on the roller. I'm like, oh hey, what up? Like, I'll be filming. You cool to be on video? Like, it'd be cool if I got a testimonial from you. It's like why you joined Double Edge, and she's like, oh yeah, I could do that, no problem. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks. I'm JP, but let me just film some more, and then, we could get a testimonial. She's like, oh yeah, I already know who I know who you are. You don't know me though. I'm like, oh, what the heck? How? And she's like, oh, I listened to the Alex and your show. Go to bed. I'm like, oh, no way. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, you know me and I don't know you. And she's like, yeah, it's a paradactical relationship. Fuck, she's probably gonna laugh. What?
Yeah, there's the episode title.
What? Paradactyl?
Paradactical relationship.
Paradoxal? Paradoxal? Paradactical?
Paradoxical.
Fuck. See, that's paradoxical relationship with Lindsay. And I was like, what is that? I'm like, what's a paradox? I said the first way, paradactical relationship. And she's like, it's when you know someone, like, because you just follow them online and they don't know you, like The Rock, And I'm like, oh, shit, that's
You're like The Rock.
me. I'm like The Rock.
Yeah.
And then, so pretty much, she's like, you should have Alex teach you what that is, like, on the show. It'd be super funny. And I go, oh, that's a good idea. She's like, great. I haven't listened in a while, but I'll listen to this one because it'll be funny. I'm like, that'd be perfect. Are you a Patreon? She's like, no. I was like, okay, cool. I'll start it right past the paywall.
Nice.
And I was like, boom, it's going to cost you $2, And so we'll get into more of that. That was a vague little thing, but we'll get into more of that at the paywall.
Yeah.
Just for you, Lindsay, just listening out there, get that $2. Hopefully you hit that $10 though. Just because,
Or maybe the 25 if we open up the tier.
I think we should throw one up there for 25 just in case.
Nah.
Nah,
Don't want to.
no,
Nah.
all right, good, because I don't want to either.
They just get nothing extra again. It's just 4 of the same tier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need one tier that's like $5,000 a month.
Yeah, but we actually have to do something for it.
No,
Still no.
just someone who wants to support us. Like,
Elon.
that'd be sick.
Dude, there's your 2,500 right there.
I wonder if he charges Nelk Boys to go on the show. I don't think so.
Nah.
Or Trump, huh?
Nah, they need them. They need it.
It's a good mutual.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy. Yeah, so what's the fucking term again?
Paradoxical.
And what does diabolical mean?
Diabolical? I don't know exactly. I think it's just like evil, kind of.
Okay. Because, like, you know, when the Drake and Kendrick thing was going on, like, anytime something would happen where it could be referenced to a Kendrick diss track, they'd be like, Kendrick said this because of that. It's straight diabolical.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I've
like,
seen that a lot.
Kendrick did this in the music video. OMG, that's fucking diabolical. And I'm like, what the? It sounds medical.
Characteristic of the devil, or so evil as to be suggestive of the devil.
Damn, I don't like that. I don't like that word now.
It's diabolical.
I was thinking about it too. You remember how we were talking about God and stuff? Like, I've never gone to church, but I've always had a weird feeling that I know God is real without even having to go. Some people have to go to church and find it and feel it like that. You know, like fucking meth heads and shit that are recovering. They've never had an encounter where like they felt like that wasn't natural. There was something else there. You know?
Yeah.
Have you felt that? Especially riding dirt bikes is when I felt it, you know, for some reason.
What?
Yeah.
That's when you felt it?
Like sometimes when like, yeah, I would just.
When your fucking ass ends kicked out and you don't go down?
No.
Just fucking look up?
No, I just.
Bless it.
No, not like that. But like riding out in the pits. I remember when I was a kid on Dayton and I would go up this hill and there was a road this way and it was like 4 or 5 feet in and you couldn't really. With brush, like if a quad was going, you couldn't see. You would hope to see it was dusty. And one time I went up and like I just almost died. Like not died, but it was almost horrible. This quad was going on a wet day and there was no dust and it just like boom, right in front of me. And I was like, holy shit. And I just had a feeling like I just kept thinking I was like, you know, fucking 7. But I just kept thinking, how come, why didn't I hit that? Like, I just, even at a young age, I would always be like, why wasn't I half a second quicker there? Like, or was it like, did it go back to like, did that moment is because I had to run into my house real quick or I didn't lock my door? Like, how far back, you know? I kept thinking like, for it to be a coincidence. So I'm like, maybe it was just like a gift from God, you know? And you don't think about it because it's almost invisible on how it happened, you know?
Yeah.
Or you could just be like, nah, it's just literally you were just it could just be reality. Luckily you were just luck, you know? Luckily it didn't happen and there was no gift from God. That's how it is. And I'm like, I don't think it's like too much.
So that was the moment? Was that the first moment you think?
Yeah, I remember that. Like, yeah, I remember that. Like at the Dayton pits. And I'm just riding around for the next 20 minutes, like, what the fuck? Like,
just blessed.
That and also, like, how I lived with my mom and me being born.
Oh, yeah.
It was a super miracle, literal miracle kind of thing. Like, low chance. I'm the only one to survive that surgery type of weird shit, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, when I was growing up, my Nana would say, like, I prayed with this ring, and then I took it off and put it on you, and I prayed again. And then you after the prayer, like, I grabbed my Nana's finger with, you know, I, like, squeezed tighter, and she was like, oh, he's going to make it right then, you know? And my whole family talks about that moment. I'm like, it sounds like a movie, you know? It sounds weird, but it was a stressful time. That's probably why they remember it.
Yeah.
Super weird. And my Nana always has that ring, and she's just always been like, this ring saved your life type of shit, you know? I'm like, what could we get for that ring?
Is that real?
What is that? Yeah, purple pearl? What is that? What if you were to look that up, what would you search?
What do you guys know what they pay for, market price of gold at the pawn shop by chance? It's like 80%? What does that weigh again?
Yeah, exactly.
$38. Fuck.
Fuck. I could buy me a fucking Patreon from Feeks for 25.
Yeah, that's inspiring. You fucking survive that shit. Grab the finger.
Yeah.
You're all little. pull through. And then who would have thought 29 years into the future, you'd be fucking burning your leg off in a single car garage in Carson with a fucking dab rig. Sick.
Fucking full circle. Fucking funny how life works. Oh my god.
It's a miracle. This guy's got big things coming for him. There's no way. That's the movie. That's the opening scene of the movie where it's like he fucking pulled through. Like the first 20 minutes, it's just intense as fuck. And then it's like 29 years later, and you're just fucking, I'm going to take the biggest dab I can.
Passing out.
Burning yourself.
Breaking it all over the Ansel running around, and me going, no. Oh, dude, it was so gnarly.
There you go, dude. That's the movie.
In boxers with the shower running. There was so much going on.
It's called Just Enough is the movie. And then the rest of the 2 hours is just a documentary.
Mm-hmm. On how Just Enough came, because my dad was always a Just Enough guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'll work his hours just enough, take his maximum lunch break, maximum breaks in between.
Yeah.
You know,
times it from his desk to the bathroom.
Or I'd be like, hey, you get 15-minute break in between start and lunch. Oh, yeah. Well, I had to go home. It starts when I'm home. He'd be like,
oh, damn.
He's not like that. He wouldn't say that, but you know he's thinking that.
Right.
He's home for 15 minutes, then he drives back. But it's like 4 blocks, you know. It's maybe a 2-minute drive, 1 minute. But I remember my dad always, every day coming home. Little did I know it was because he was smoking weed. But I just thought, I was like, he just gets breaks, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like in school, I had breaks and stuff. So
he's on recess.
Yeah, he's passing period.
Yeah.
He's going to fucking social studies.
He's going to botany class.
That would be a fucking sick movie, dude. My life would be, it's a crazy life, I tell you what.
Yeah.
It's a sick life. I think about that. You ever think about that too? You see someone or you meet someone and their life is just
sucks.
Just so regular. It's like boring vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
Just regular school. The classic life is just having 2 parents that never divorced. You go all the way to school and then you move away, go to college, and you come back. You live with them for a little bit, then you get a good job, you move out, you start your family, and then it's just recycled. And
it's
like
the American dream.
Hella people have that.
Yeah.
That they think that's the American dream, but the actual real American dream is what we're doing. You know? Owning our own businessmen.
Owning a couple of business owners shooting the shit.
Well, who was I with when I said that?
I can't remember, but it was me and someone else, but I can't remember who else it was.
It was someone who,
I think it was Derek, wasn't it?
I don't remember. It was someone who doesn't know my jokes like that. That's why I said it. Just like kind of like, oh, what the yeah. It's just a weird thing, you know. It wasn't a consistent friend. I remember. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was like
I got the joke for sure, but just because I know you, but I could see like if you didn't understand, that would be the equivalent of like some kid that's just an absolute fucking squid, comes up to you, like you're sitting there with Conway, you know, or I guess like 2 intermediate pros or something, you know, are sitting there. And then some fucking goon comes up that they don't really know him. And they're just like, hey, what's up? And it's like, oh, you know, he's just sitting there awkwardly. And then out of nowhere, he's like, yeah, just 3 guys that race motocross, huh? He's got no numbers on his bike, you know, nothing. We're just like, yeah.
just 3 guys who grew up loving to race motocross.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it's like. Super funny.
Yeah, but it is. I mean, that's what we were talking about last time through the fucking paywall is looking in from the outside. You know, you never know the full story with people, but for sure, it is different. Just because, most people do the same shit like we do, different than most, I guess. But it feels normal just because that's what you do. But right.
Or even someone like anyone in a band that's a really successful band has. unique lives. Like my friend Dusty, who's been an action sports cinematographer, super unique life.
Yeah.
And he just films it, you know. Like the crazy part of growing up, you'd watch all these crazy movies, ski movies, dirt bike movies, and like, wow, they're riding in here and into India, or like, you know, McElroy. Oh shit, he's riding in Australia. What the fuck? But like the real experience for those guys is when they're done filming, exploring the town, having dinner, staying at the hotel, the smells, the air, like that type of life you experience only with experience. And a lot of that crazy stuff like we've lived when we went on Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like people who've never been to Florida go, oh yeah, I know it's hot and humid there. And you're like, yeah, of course, like that's generic. But have you ever woken up, opened the door, and like you're sweating instantly?
Yeah.
I'm not even exaggerating.
No.
You know, people don't like they go, oh yeah, I know. They think you're exaggerating, but literally, you know.
But we fucking lived it.
I remember when you said it was bad and you were sweating it. I was like me, like for 2 weeks already.
Yeah. I know. You fucking no shirt, just drenched all day.
So
that was the worst when we were on the water in Florida, where literally fucking 7 a.m. You just get out of the van, you just wake up, get out of the van, and it just hits you like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's so fucking humid.
That was a shitting parking spot because we parked on the street.
Yeah, that's right.
Sucked. But the water was cool right there.
Yeah.
Just to watch and like that little walkway and stuff. That was where Full Sail people were everywhere.
Was it?
Wasn't the college there?
Oh.
What was it? Dude, oh, this is crazy.
Bunch of people who go to school and fucking never make any money after they graduate.
You remember? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, poor guys.
Sick.
You know that one show that was in New Jersey or New York on the edge of it was that crazy amphitheater on the edge of the water?
Yeah.
Like I saw something, it was like some ad of some reggae fest that's going there and it had aerial footage. And I'm like, holy fuck, I've been there. I'm like, I've been there. Isn't that New York or something? And they're like, then at the end they say, it's at the amphitheater in New York, right on the river. Like one of the most beautiful ones. And I remember when we got there, we hiked to the top and just looked at the view, remember?
Yeah.
And I was like, because I could, like, I'm really good at visually remembering and I just, the first drone shot, I'm like, holy fuck, it was like a parking lot shot or like something weird where I was like, my memory just went bang, ding, 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 like firing, you know? And then the aerial shot of it, I was like, holy fuck, it brought me back. But now that I'm saying that, I was like, I was there for like 16 hours. I wasn't really there, you know? It was super weird.
Just enough to fucking set up the merch tent and get a free hamburger at the end of the night, and then we're out.
That's right. That's right, because the shows.
Yeah.
I remember one time you're like, let's hit the show. I'm like, why? You're like, oh, free dinner. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, true.
The after party, which was like 16 people, and like the guys that were, they were called like the fucking, like catering band is what they were called because they helped with the catering every day. And they threw the quote unquote after party and cooked hamburgers for people. So we would always go and they liked us. So they would give it to us for free.
That's right.
With no tip.
That's right.
And that's why we went. The fucking free meal.
Fuck yeah. And especially when you paid for everything.
Yeah.
Fucking, you got to take advantage of that.
Oh yeah.
You were like, no way, dude, we're going to free meal. I just saved like $100. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was some fun times. I don't know if I could do it again in my older age.
Hell no.
Yeah. Luckily we were younger.
It wouldn't even be fun in a fucking bus anymore. But it would be a lot better. It'd be way better.
It'd be better, but it'd still be fun. I think. I could probably do it again, honestly.
Yeah. If I had to. If DNC fucking sponsored it, I would.
Harris and what is it?
Full Harris bus. Walls.
That dude's crazy. That dude is so crazy.
No, he's moderate. He is America. Midwestern, Army vet, gun loving. This guy is America.
I know, dude. There's this one friend of mine's significant other. They've been together forever, and he's an avid hunter. Republican beer drinking, and she's super left brainwashed though.
Yeah.
Because I know she's brainwashed, not in a disrespectful way, but in like a vague term, just because they love each other. So, you know, like if she was really, truly far left and believed that, and that's her like life ideology, they would never be able to be together for 14 years or whatever they were or are. But just the way how he is, and he's able to live his lifestyle and do like Republican things and stuff, hunt and all that crazy stuff, that I know she's okay with it, and she's like agrees with it too, you know. She wouldn't marry someone who's a hunter if she wasn't for guns, or same with him, right?
You would think.
You would think. And she posted to her story like when Harris picked him, like the first sentence was, I know I said no more old white men, but reach your hand in the old white men bucket, and he's a really good pick. And I'm like, fuck, that sounds like a conspiracy artist. You're just moving the goalpost back again, you know? And then it was like, he's a teacher, family man, gun owner. Like, it's not my first time voting, but I'm proud to vote. And out of respect for my friend, who I'm friends with first, and I met him, his wife, through him, I didn't reply, but I was blown away. I was like, I haven't seen, like, I used to have fair amount of Biden versus Trump on my, when I lived with you back in 2019 and stuff. And now I rarely see pro Biden or even pro Kamala. It's not, it's more pro Trump, but like I would almost was like, how the hell in my head, like, it took me a little bit. I'm like, she's strictly voting because she's black and woman, and like her Democratic values maybe 10 years ago are still aligned with Democrat, but even though it's far left, it's like that's my only option. I want to stay Democrat kind of vibe. And I'm like, I wanted to reply like, I can't believe you're not getting hella backlash, like, you know, are you? I wanted to know, like, are people replying to you? Because I almost wanted to say, like, dude, you look crazy if you think he's a good pick. Because, you know, once they pick him, all this past comes out on what he's done bad, especially from my point of view, because I'm Republican side, you know? So all my news is just anti-Waltz. I'm sure he's done good stuff, but, like, the riots and stuff, he, like, let it go. I don't exactly know what he did. Do you know?
I don't know details on it, but yeah, he was governor of Minnesota and they watched Minneapolis burn to the ground pretty much for the George Floyd riots. Yeah.
Like, didn't get a hold on it, pretty much. Right. Saying, yeah.
Yeah. I saw on the news, I was down visiting my dad, and they had like the local news on, and they were just talking, like, it might have been that day when they announced that or something, but right around that time they mentioned something about it, and then it was like, and we polled our viewers, like, it was from yesterday's poll, because it was like, scan this QR code and vote or something, and the question was, who would handle the economy better? And it was like Harris, Trump, and the fucking results, Trump 81%, Harris 19%.
Whoa.
And I was like, there you go, right there. Like, if it's anywhere close to being a close race, like 50-50, like, here's a fucking real poll that's like, not, you can't trust any of the polls because it's like fucking hand selected people. It's like, who do you think is gonna do better for the country? And let's ask like all Republicans, and it's like, who do you think they're gonna say?
Yeah,
and it's like, here's a fucking probably a pretty decent mix, like old people.
You get to scan.
Yeah, they're not picking the people; it's just whoever their viewer is. And it's like, if you think of an older person that watches the news, it's like you got old liberals and old conservatives on there, and like, you know, they vote 80-20. And I was like, dude,
landslide.
We'll see.
We'll see. So funny. We will see. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for the chucker season. I'm ready for cooler temperatures. I'm ready for wet dirt. Clouds a little bit more often. Fuck.
Not me. I love the heat.
I'm ready for the cold. I want to be in a hoodie all day.
Nah.
I want to be in pants and a hoodie. I just like that.
I could go for the wet dirt, but that's about it. If it was hot and it rained like hard once every 2 weeks, I'd be down with that.
Well, I think for like, if it rained for like 45 minutes every single day at 6 p.m.
Just water the earth.
Oh, it'd be sick.
Oh yeah.
For like maybe like 2 months ago, it happened a little bit in spring. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
For like 3 or 4 days straight, it was just like like when we were in the East Coast, it would rain every day. It was sick. I'm like, it was super hot, and then the storm would come in around 3, and by 6 it would rain.
On the East Coast?
No, here.
Here. Oh.
Those days.
Yeah.
7:38 breaks up, 8:39 sunset. It was just like, fuck, this is sick. And I would go on mountain bike, and it'd just be epic.
Yeah.
I gotta get my seat fixed. I've been having to hike. Fucking sucks.
What's wrong with the seat? Blow out the stopper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been back ordered. I got a little bit taller of a dropper, so my hydraulic length is a little bit more. So then when my seat's down, it's a little bit lower. So, because sometimes on the steep stuff, I have to kind of stay like up to get my seat past my nuts, and then I can drop below to lean back on the steep. And it's very sketchy, like top heavy for that fucking 1/2 a second. You're like, whoa, whoa, fuck, and then boom, you know?
Yeah.
But if it was lower, it could just be like, you know?
You gonna maintenance the rest of the bike or just keep running it fucking clapped out?
My bike ain't clapped.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
For sure.
My mountain bike? For sure, no. No way.
I thought it made a bunch of noise and shit.
Oh, I mean, it just creaks a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't mean
That's
it's
fine.
clapped. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that means it's clapped.
Nah.
Shouldn't be really making any noise.
It's very hard, but it doesn't right now. It creaks here and there. And then all I got to do is take it off, clean it.
I forgot. I just got reminded of that. This was like maybe 3-4 weeks ago, just around here locally, just Midtown local. This dude was riding his bike, and I heard him coming from a long ways back because it was so loud. And it was just like, you know, on the shitty mountain bikes where you have the gears like that you can, it's like on the grip that you twist it to,
grip
to move
shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, on those, how you can kind of get it stuck in between a gear because it's not like click and it's in the next gear. You can actually like go halfway between. And then if you get it stuck in between, it'll like hook up to the next sprocket and then snap back in. So it'll like that. That's how he was just riding it like normal.
Holy
It was
cow.
just, yeah, I was like, dude, fucking shift it.
A
you know,
little
just
bit
a
more.
little bit more, but just the whole way was just that.
What gear are you in? 4.5?
Yeah. It's nice to get like a little bit of extra for that one crank and then right back, you know?
Exactly, yeah. Every crank, it's a crank coast.
Yeah.
My right leg is so sore. It's just, you know.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. I can't wait to be back on the bike. I could tell I'm in much better hiking shape though. Crazy.
From riding.
Riding and like the running. My feet don't hurt hiking. Sea Hill is exactly 1 mile from where I park. 1 mile up, 1,036 feet elevation, which is when I chucker hunt. I normally hit 1,600. So, but that's over maybe 6-7 miles.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck, if I can, and I hit that in 34 minutes, I'm like, that's a pretty good pace for. You would not think, looking at me, I could hike up to Sea Hill in a half hour.
Yeah.
If like out of your car, you could get up there in a half hour. Probably not. It's fucking way up. Like especially when you park, you know. Boom, made it. And there's fucking quail and shit over there for Ansel. It's perfect.
Chucker underneath the flag.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's quail below and the little thing. I didn't see any chucker when I went up there last time, but I heard them down below. So. There might be like water down there or something. I don't know. But
is it a trail or you just go up the hill?
it's a trail. Mm-hmm. But I like to cut over and just kind of do my own. Like, I like to hike as if it's not on the trail. So the trail's like 30, 40 feet a little to my right, and I'll just kind of zigzag up the face.
Mm-hmm.
But the trail kind of hugs to almost the backside by the rocks. And it's a steep climb too. It's the same. But I just like to have my feet just fucking like how I will be chucker hunting, you know?
Yeah.
And my calves get really sore, but at the top, they're not. They're just stretched out. I gotta, if I stretch a little bit before, it's funny. I just fucking, when did I go up? I think I went up yesterday. I can't remember. Maybe the day before. But I was just on my office editing, and then I'm like, fuck, should I go? I was gonna go this morning, and I woke up, and I had some coffee, and it got too hot. But I should have went this morning. This one, me thinking it in my head, I'm like, fuck, it's like 10 degrees warmer now. And I can't say it's too hot because I already used that excuse because I need to get outside, you know? And I was like, fuck it, I'll go. And I just put on my shoes and went. And my first few walks, I was like, oh my God, I literally just walked through the garage into the truck and drove and went to hike. My legs were so fucking tense. It's weird. You got
to warm them up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I totally should have done like a fucking 10, 15-minute warm-up.
Yeah.
But then at the top, I'm like, I'm ready to go. I'm already up here. It felt like, I'm like, fuck, next time I'll go down the valley and hit the next peak and then come back. Cause then I'll hit maybe like 4 miles.
Yeah, it'd be long.
It'd be long, but I hike up to Sea Hill, chill, and I had to stop for Ansel. It's not like I just keep going, unfortunately, because it's so hot. But I won't have to stop if I went in the morning because it's like 62 degrees, you know? He could just keep running, but I had to stop. That's a sick fucking view up there. So underrated. Holy shit, you can literally see all the way. You can pretty much see pea vines, like that whatever little valley that is. You can't see it, but you can like, okay, I'm like visually within 4 inches of that mountain where I could see pea vine and it gets shut off before the softball fields. Mm-hmm. And then I look down, I'm like, I could see all the way down to fucking Blue Lakes, like those hills way out there, those mountains. See all of Gardnerville.
The whole Eastern Sierra.
It's fucking sick right there. It's like the tallest little hill in the foothills.
Yeah.
So you look over. Oh, it's fucking sick. Love it. I'm going to be there tomorrow.
In the morning?
Nah. I'm going to go in the evening only because I'm going with Jake.
Ah.
Yeah. Showered. He liked my story, and I was like, Jake showered, liked it. I texted him, was like, let's hit a hike. You know, let's hit the hike. He's like, I'm down. I actually like hiking. I fucking leave Ashley in the dust.
Sick.
I'm like, yeah, no wonder you like it because everything else, people leave you in the dust. Slam.
Nothing like leaving your chick in the dust on a hike. It's so sick.
Fuck yeah, it is. See ya.
Favorite pastime of the Carson locals, just smoking their chicks on hikes.
I know I'll dust him, and I'll definitely dust her. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, is she coming too?
Well, I hope. I mean,
she's gonna get roosted twice.
They're all. It's like a package deal when you get like couples like that. You know how it is. My buddy Gibby too. It's like they've been together so long. You call Gibby to come over, so it's Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Is her name?
Yeah.
You should have a community hike over there. Just get everyone, and you guys can all leave each other's chicks in the dust.
It's a sick fucking outing. You guys got to join. It'll be the go to bed peak a week.
And we'll hit fucking go-karts after.
Once a week, yeah. That's hilarious.
You see the racist shit in Virginia City?
Yeah, I did. And you know what? I saw it in my neighbor Kurt.
Oh, God. What did he say?
He came over. It's so funny. He came over and knocked on my door. I'm like,
you hear the news?
I'm like, what's up, Kurt? He's like, oh, we'll talk. Are we close to the paywall?
10 more minutes.
Oh, let's hit it now.
You want to hit it now?
Yeah, this is a good story. Right here with Kurt. And it's talk about some illegal shit. That's why.
It's worth $2.
It's worth $2. This is my neighbor Kurt, and we're gonna talk about some illegal shit. So we're about to weed out the fucking broke ass liberal bitches, the liberal fat bitches out there that are all saying Vote for Kamala. It's all of us. Come over here. We're on the left side of politics. Yeah, help.
And we're saying, fuck that over here on the Republican side. Fuck them fucking leftist pussy ass bitches. Ha 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 ha. And if you don't like what I say, fuck it. This is my show.
Now pass me that needle. Is this the divorce dads?
Yeah.
Sick.
Divorce Dad Rock Bangers is what the playlist is called.
How many monthly listeners is on this fucking...
It's got 250,000 saves
What's
on
that?
this playlist.
Oh, okay. Wow, okay. That's a lot of divorced dads out there. If you're divorced and you're looking for a little something to fill that gap, it's probably our Patreon side of the show, patreon.com/go-to-bed-podcast, where you can scream, fuck my ex-wife. We don't mind. We're all one over there. It's the GTBP Plus community pass there. $2, $5, or $10. We'll see all you broke liberals. If you're broke and you're liberal, don't pay. Don't come over there. If you can figure out a way to not pay tax and you're Republican, come on over.
Or if you're the DNC and you have budget, come on over.
Or if you got a massive budget, yeah, come on over, Harris.